Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Bouch Bommentary, the Insecure After Show presented by Oh My Grown, the podcast. I'm your co-host, Rodney Boyd.
Hey guys, I'm Melanie Mitchell.
And today we're going to cover episode 6, Hella Blows.
Yeah, it's episode 6. We got good news, you guys. Issa tweeted me back today, which is wild because she hadn't tweeted all day. And she came on to tweet me. Jay Ellis had liked the tweet earlier in the day, and I didn't think anything of it. So maybe she opened Twitter and I was on her in case you missed it or what. But she replied, and I couldn't even fully react to it because I was at work. So that was really huge because that's been the goal of this entire thing, to get noticed by Issa, even though it was not Bouch Bommentary, which I might want to start doing is I don't have enough characters for that. But to hashtag insecure and Bouch Bommentary in each tweet, but I don't have enough characters. But that was really cool. So Issa knows I am a human being on earth, so that's really awesome. Yeah, I'm just keep on tweeting, I've gotten attention from a cast member each week, which is good. Just cause, that's a nice little thing to do. But yeah, this week's episode was a lot. Yeah. Like every episode, it's always something.
So we're going to take a little different approach, cause our episodes were running kind of long. So We're going to do just hit the main points.
Chronologically though.
Yeah, just so because if you listen to this, you've watched the show. So let's hop into it. So first, Issa's car. Issa's car is running, but it's not running well enough to regularly drive. As we remember, she totaled it last time when she got the.
Well, yeah, it's not total if she can drive it.
Sure. She
Messed
jacked
it
it
up
up.
bad enough.
She jacked it up looking at dick pics in traffic.
So yeah, she can drive it. It turns on and it moves. And she was moving it across the street. She had an alarm set to move her car so it wouldn't get towed. I guess that's some California thing because we don't have that kind of problem here. But
depends on where you live. Because I live somewhere that parking was free till 7 a.m. Oh. And 6:59, the meter maid is down there waiting on the joints to expire.
Oh, that's petty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she takes the bus to work and she sees the Latino kid who stole all the snacks from her that one time at We Got Y'all.
Listen, riding the bus is so humbling. I remember, I think I told y'all the story of me getting caught on the bus stop from somebody from school. By somebody from school. It was literally riding the bus is just I'm so glad I have to do that anymore. But seriously, I don't know if y'all are new. So when I had an internship in Jacksonville, in college, not only did I not have a car, but I couldn't drive. So it wasn't I could drive if I wanted to. And I used to drive the bus to work, be up super early in the morning, riding the bus to and from work. And one hot Jacksonville afternoon, I'm standing on the corner, the bus stop right in front of, for the Jacksonville people. That bus stop on Gate Parkway, one of the busiest streets on the south side, right by the Sheraton. Lord, and that bank that's on the corner, I was right in front of that bank. And I'm, minding my business, listening to my little music. And I hear somebody Melanie. I was I know somebody not calling my name, Jesus. God, is that you? Are you telling me to get out the bus stop? And it was somebody from school who was are you on the bus stop? And I was me? Bus stop? But yeah, I was.
You couldn't even fake you were waiting for Uber or Lyft at the time because that wasn't a thing.
Well, no, Uber was a thing because I did Uber on special occasions to work. But it was really humbling. But they gave me a ride. Thank you so much, Brandon. Shame. That I just had to be on the bus stop and just in front of everybody. It to be, and then to see somebody on the bus, it's embarrassing, but it's not, but it is because they on the bus too. But in their case, they're kids, so it's is that my grown T-shirt?
God forbid you use public transit.
I mean, it's not that kind of if we in New York.
She's in LA.
I mean, do people really ride the bus like that in LA?
I don't know. I'm not in LA.
Right. Public transit, it just depends on the city.
So long story short, she takes it in for an estimate and they tell her it's $5,500. And so the question I kind of want to ask is, do you have an emergency fund to cover a large expense if it came up in your life?
I do not. In my case, luckily my car is still relatively new. So I'm under warranty still for a couple.
That's a pretty long warranty.
Dozen more. It's the first 30-something thousand amount. So I'm still in warranty, but when I did have an accident last year.
You had an accident?
Not an accident. Okay, well, I had a hit and run, but that's neither here nor there. But after that.
Somebody hit you?
No. So I had blew my tire because I was trying to find a playlist on Apple Music, and then I jumped the curb, and then the curb split my tire open, so I had a flat, and had to go get a tire, and I was like almost $200, and I was like, nigga, what? For one tire.
Did you mess up like the rim?
It sliced the tire.
They charge you $200. You got ripped off for one tire.
Yeah, I drive a Jeep, so I mean you drive a Jeep too, but I guess the Kumho tires. I don't know. My tires are expensive though. So
yeah,
it was high, and I was like, WTF. But luckily I had it. I could just be like, here. It wasn't. Maybe it was like 180 something, but it was still high. It was too much for a tire.
Yeah.
So I got to be careful.
For one tire? Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because at this point in time in my life, I don't have an emergency fund, so I'm just out here. Everybody should get one. They say 6 months for like your expenses. So I just wanted to bring that up because Issa was like, I don't have that money, and like she was just kind of recovering, I guess, after Lawrence moved out, and like he was
paying all the bills.
Yeah, he was splitting the bills with her. So now,
and then she was with Molly. Molly was with her at the car dealership, and while they were there, I know we going point by point, but just for the sake of the flow, Molly was telling her about how her and Dro grew up together, and he was trying to take her to prom when she was wearing all pink like Beyonce in the Chuck On It video, which is hilarious and so specific and just so black, and just goes back into the authenticity of Insecure. But yeah, because I visualized it, and it matches up with how old they're supposed to be too. I thought that was nice because that came out in 2006 and they 30.
Okay.
I don't know if you. I guess because they my sister's age, I know exactly when they should have graduated high school.
Right.
But yeah.
So another small point: Lawrence has a presentation on a possible app for his company. I thought he would be working with one specific app. I thought the company was one specific app, but I guess
it's an app company.
Yeah, that's all they do. And Woot Woot, which is the name of the app. That's the app that he spent 2 years unemployed, so-called like working on.
Apparently it sucked. From everyone's reaction, it was trash.
It was outdated, they said.
Because he started working on that shit 2 years ago.
Yeah. And
if you would have came out with it when you thought of it on the couch and really did something, then you probably could have got off the ground when it was still relevant. And then, so his bosses were like really patronizing, like, yeah, it's cool, no questions at all. It was great. What kind of shoes are those? Like, it was really like microaggressive and patronizing. I hate that kind of stuff in the workplace.
It just looks they look so scary. Like, Lawrence was in denial that the app failed because they didn't tell him no, but they didn't give him reassurance. But he didn't know because I think he missed the last pitch out that Aparna was telling him about when he had jury duty.
Okay.
So he goes and he talks to his bosses. They kind of skirt around, and I guess they send him an email saying like, yeah, we're going to move forward, but keep bringing stuff up. And Lawrence finally comes to peace with it, and thanks to Aparna, they kind of share a moment of growth.
There's a little fireworks there, so we already know how that's going to go, especially with the preview we saw for the next episode.
Yeah.
I knew they was going to end up hunching episodes ago, but it's kind of like becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Where's Tasha? We got 2 episodes left and we have not seen her.
I need Tasha back. Do you feel people at work treat you differently in certain situations because you're black? Not badly, but just differently.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. You get treated like, a dog walking on its hind legs because, oh my God, you have a brain and you're black. Oh, you know words.
Dang, yeah.
Like, wow, you're so smart. Like, shut up. Okay, yes, I'm smart, but you don't have to treat me like a circus animal because I'm smart.
At my first job, they were like, wow, Rodney, you're really catching on really well. And a lot of people there had went to Morehouse and Spelman. I was like, yeah, they saying I'm catching on real well. I'm doing the thing. They were like, they had low expectations, Rodney. Don't think you're that great. I was like, dang.
That's how it was when I started my internship. I was just like, I was learning. Oh my God, you picked up automation so quickly. Oh wow. Yeah, wow. Oh my God, you did this? It's like, yes, Nick, I did. With my brain. Yes, it works. Well.
I'm trying to think of other times I felt. So there was one time, like, I took it differently because I was black. My manager asked me to get some trash thrown away that she had collected, like, just samples of products. Mm-hmm. She was like, yeah, get this trash thrown away. And I was like, that is nowhere in my job description.
Excuse me?
I have not seen any of the other people in my position throwing away trash like this, but okay.
I know one time, was it my supervisor somebody had like pinged me. You know, you have the IM thing.
Yeah.
And you can't read, you can't hear through text. But one of them said like, "Hey girl," whatever. I was like, "Girl, who you calling girl?" Had to like, "Hey." Of course, it's probably like, "Hey girl," you know, not, "Hey girl, come here."
Oh, I
girl.
thought it would be. I would have taken it more patronizing, like them trying to be black. Hey, girl.
Oh, that it could have been that too. Like,
Just
"Hey, nigga girl," or "Hey, girlfriend." Snaps and Z formation. Either way, I was offended and I didn't like it. So you really got like being black in corporate America or in tech, especially as someone who comes from tech, you gotta be like, you gotta have this wall up, first of all. And then it's like people in tech, white people, be having like diplomas. Like they can do whatever they want. Well, some people have, I mean, a lot of people have degrees, but like you can come up and have, you know, less education, but we gotta have masters and doctorates and programs.
Yeah, somebody who's worked for the company for 20 years can now be like at a director's level because they were with the company when they had like punch cards or whatever.
Right. So they you know, your higher ups can have less education than you, but you reporting to them and they white. So it's, and then some stuff they just not gonna get.
Do you ever think at going to HBCU you kind of like super looking for racism?
All the time. Waiting for something to pop up. Like I was like, my first day of work, I was like, I'm about to start a journal of all the microaggressions I see in the workplace. Like ready to pop off. Okay, my
you
first
at the
one,
morning meeting taking a knee because they say in the place.
Luckily I work with a lot of black people, but the couple white people, I always watching them like, say something I don't like. I'm going to HR in a minute, please. So like I was in the lunchroom because I really haven't had many since then. So I thought I was gonna have like, okay, this day and this day. I've had like one. So, and it wasn't even me. I was just sitting back like, you gonna take this? It's an Asian woman in my office, and she was eating her lunch, and it was like something Asian. I don't really know what it was, but it was like a vegetable, kind of like kale or something.
Oh no!
But it was like something. It was Vietnamese, she said. So then the Caucasian woman walks in, and she's like, "What are you eating? Grass?" And I was sitting there like,
with your French.
How dare she? She's like, "Oh no, you know, it's some Vietnamese vegetable. I forgot the name of it." I'm just like,
that's one thing that like white people in particular, they come in like with a joke, and you're like, you're borderlining like offensive.
Well, that's not funny.
And I don't want to be that angry black person right now.
Right, but I kind of like her because she is the only person in the office that picked up on me being an AKA.
The Caucasian one.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is interesting because a lot of black people, no one has said anything. So I'm just like,
maybe
like
they're all deltas and they don't care about you.
You know, I looked for the signs. I looked for like little small elephants and stuff. I haven't seen any. I don't know if everyone's just not Greek because there's a bunch of nurses and stuff because I work at the hospital. But yeah, I have my bag. I have an AKA bag, but it's not like pink green. It's black, but it has AK on the side with an AKA charm. And then my first week I had on a pink and green cardigan. And, you know, I'm standing there, which sounds really like head ass.
Yeah, like, ooh,
but I don't,
anyone here?
No, but my clothes, I have to re-up on my business casual, so I'm just wearing like my chapter meeting stuff. I'm just dressing like chapter meeting when I go to work. So yeah, I had it on. I'm just sitting there. She said, "Hey, Miss Kappa." I said, "Okay, look at you, knowing." All right. She's like, "Yeah, your pink and green gave it away." I was like, "All right." So I kind of like it now, so I give her a pass. And I realized that was my first day when she said the grass thing, so I didn't know her. But she's like one of the Mrs. Popularity, Miss Personality. You know, always got a joke for something. It's like, "Oh, hump day, huh?" You know, one of them. So it's like, okay, you gonna have something to say.
You have some misses.
Right.
So one thing I thought was like, now that Woot Woot has failed,
she was roasting him too. It was really funny.
Do you think like that, like this will help Lawrence kind of heal in moving past that?
Like, maybe my app really was trash all these years. That's what you're trying to say. Duh.
Well, not even that. It was trash. It's just like he was too late. But you know, it's like one of the biggest points in my breakup, which was my unemployment, is now dead and gone. Like it's gone for good.
I was unemployed because I wanted to work on my own app, and she tried to tell me to get a job anyway and not work on my app, and then I'm trying to work on my app through my job, and it's a fail.
Yeah. I think it's kind of one of those things. It's like one of those.
You was mad for no reason type deals?
No. More so it's like, you know what? I'm gonna everything from the past is now closed. Everything is like, I don't have any.
You can't be mad at Issa anymore for not working out because he gave it a shot.
No. More so just like this app was one thing that has been with me since I was with Issa. Mm-hmm. Now that it is no longer you know, like if Woot Woot is successful and it goes on, it's like if Issa would have just listened.
Oh, okay.
But now it's like it's dead. So it's like everything Issa related is gone.
So now he can move on with his life.
Like life is like, you know what? Everything from here on out is just new Lawrence. Is everything that I did achieve by myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
I'll give it to him. Okay, so Issa's rotation is crashing and burning, which is hilarious.
It's coming off the axis.
So yeah, when she got off the bus, right? She texts Daniel on some like, "What you doing tonight?" And then she uses actual smileys, which is just made my skin crawl.
I feel like maybe legally they could use emojis, but they used the GIF. So maybe I'm lying.
I don't know. I mean, you can make an emoji. You can.
Oh, true.
The art department can just drop some shit and make 3D. It's not that serious. But they also use the iPhone text, don't they? Because then they use the iPhone bubbles.
Yeah, I mean, it looks.
So, yeah. And he's like not really feeling it. He like was typing in the stop, which is that hurt. I hate when that happens.
That's
like,
clear petty. And I applaud him.
He probably wasn't even typing words. He just like,
yeah. But that's the thing. He typed stop, responded like an hour or so later.
Either he was being paid like, let me reply later, or he was about to be a sap. It's like, yeah, I'm coming. Actually, nah, bruh. Get it some time. And then he kind of like curbed her later. But she shouldn't have done that boy like that.
He got her back.
She shouldn't have. Wow.
So she sees Neighbor Bay's lights are on, so she decides she's gonna pop up on him.
You don't do that. You don't do that, bro. Like that's just rule number 1. You don't pop up at nobody's spot unannounced. Like, nah.
But Issa's good for the pop up. She's been popping up this whole season at Chad's, at Tasha's work,
and they've all been fails. So
she's resilient.
She hasn't learned yet. Even if he does live in the same apartment complex, you don't pop up on nobody. That's ridiculous. Because he got somebody else there, and guess what he did? Had somebody else.
He was like, "Oh, did I text you? I'm so sorry."
And I don't know if he was being facetious or being serious. Either way, it was hilarious.
I feel like he kind of gave me like L.A. Stoner vibes. Like, oh snap! Like,
did I text the wrong person? What day is it? Like, yeah. But either way, I took it as hilarious. And then, he was like, if he was on these terms, I would have been popping up or something like that. So I thought that was funny. Because like because maybe even if I don't have a dude over, like I could be, in my bonnet, like not in a good way in my bonnet. I could be like clipping my toenails or something. Like you don't know what I'm in the house doing. Like. Yeah, shaving my back. Like I could be doing something really embarrassingly gross, and you trying to pop up.
Good back shaving day.
I could be waxing my mustache, and you want to knock on the door. Hey, oh my god, bro, what's on that? Like it could just be so bad. Yeah, you don't. No. But again, it's Issa we're talking about.
Right. And then she invites Nico over to pick her up for a date, and she was really going to like pull a okie doke, and they was just gonna do it there. And so Issa, when she answers the door, she has this little skirt on, and she don't have like booty like Tasha, so it's just like
it's just there.
It's little.
It's like
she has the humble cakes, and then she has this cardigan on, but her whole bra is out
on some like Regina George type bra exposure. It was awful, and she's like, "Oh my god, my skirt is so little."
Yeah,
it was hilarious, but it was so Issa.
Good.
Yeah, so she's like pushing up on Nico. They start kissing, and she's like, basically like, I want you to penetrate me. And then he's like, in so many words, nah.
He was like, I don't think we should do this.
He's like,
now.
slow down or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, you can go then, because I need that penal transaction.
The fact that he was like, so we sit in the restaurant, bro. She just like threw herself on you. You gonna take her out and feed her?
She don't even deserve food at this point.
No, she's a fuck nigga.
What F woman? I mean,
cause she
was pretty clear. At least she didn't lie about it. The F nigga would lie.
She lied to get him there.
Okay, but still, like I was trying to think, and I don't want to be problematic and be like that nigga gay because he don't want it, but he gets me kind of metro-y. I don't know. Maybe he's celibate, or maybe he's like. Maybe he's trans and hasn't had his operation yet.
That would be the wildest storyline to date on Insecure.
Like, honestly, like them trans men, you cannot tell unless you like look.
I wouldn't even be shocked at this point.
Cause Insecure, every time you think you know what's gonna happen, they pull something else because I don't even know what my predictions were for this episode, but I was wrong. Whatever it was, I was horribly wrong.
What happened was not in my.
Okay,
that's a good one.
Yeah, you just gotta think about it. Maybe
You should join the writers team.
Look, I'm halfway in the door,
Right.
So Molly and Dro. I did some good studying, and a lot of the notes people were making on my questioning whether he was fine or not was that he had a rainbow mouth. And I didn't really notice it, but he does. But he's like, yeah, he's still fine. Then somebody posted a picture of him without the hair. Wasn't the same. So I think he might just be tall and light skinned.
You know, people, they posted the picture of Kofi before he grew his beard, and I think Daniel before he grew his beard. But people fail to realize these cats, they changed their hair and got a hairstyle that has helped them.
That, compliments them. But also the pictures with Kofi without his beard, he was also younger. Like, Kofi's my age. So a picture of him 2-3 years ago, he was a teenager. You got to think about that.
But at the same time, like him having just like darker hair, it's just he looks. But Daniel, he's older, and so like he had like a weird little fro in the first picture. But like he has like.
But hating ass niggas be trying to discredit Kofi's fineness. They've been trying to dispute. Like, look, you would think he was about to buy NBC by the way people have been trying to discredit this man. He's fine, y'all. Y'all mad? It's okay.
So Molly and Dro. So Molly's clearly she's at this point she feels really weird about where her and Dro have now slept together, and she actually tells Issa that she plans on breaking it off when they meet up later that night. Dro on the other hand is mad casual, like he doesn't have a whole wife,
and then he said that she's the one who came up with the whole operation.
Yep.
Which we still have yet to see Candace. Just BT dubs.
So Molly said, when they meet up at the bar and they're supposed to have this discussion, Dro kind of plays it off and like clears her worries.
Gives her a French fry. The next thing we know, she getting side stroked.
She's getting passionate.
Like you don't.
He said, "Is this good?" She said, "Oh, I'm so good."
And it's like,
I'm tired of seeing Dro's butt. I'm just being honest.
I'm not. But it's just if you gonna hunt somebody's husband, just F him. Like F him. Just boom, 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 from the back, whatever. They're making love. You can't make love to somebody's husband. That's just disrespectful. Like, it ain't right. It ain't. It just is not. It's just not right.
So there's one point where Molly's asking Dro, "How does this whole open marriage thing work?" And what's funny is she was like, "Are there other me's?" And he's
so she
like,
must be an exclusive side piece.
Right. And he's like, "No, it's just you right now, but I'm sleeping with Candace."
How dare you sleep with your wife?
And like you said, we find out like
wild
Candace is the one. And so like part of me is wondering like, is Candace out here catching these strokes?
I mean, we've been, contemplating that since we found out about the open marriage, but I don't know. I guess that's why we never see her, because she's getting plowed. And of course, Insecure is going to play with our mind because they make it seem like she's mad and it's awkward in the next episode. But she might be like, girl, so when we all hunching? You never know.
Or no, she going to go home with someone else from the dinner and then like Dro and Molly
she hunching
go home.
Lawrence co-worker. That's what's going to be the tea of the next episode. But it's just weird. She's still hunching him. Okay, so we're going to skip forward a little bit. And then they end up getting a hotel.
Yeah.
And he's bathing her.
Really?
Like well, he wasn't in it with her, but it was like some best man.
Yeah.
Bathe. I don't. You can't.
But she had some sex toys from her little.
Oh yeah, because they did go to the sex explosion.
Yeah.
So they had
a rubber dickie.
Using sex toys and all this stuff with somebody else's man. Molly's never gonna be great because she don't want to be great.
He was like, that's real intimate. Like, I'm gonna bathe you.
That's passionate. Like,
I'm gonna take care of you. And then he gets a call from his wife
that he has,
and she's locked out, and he has to go.
Meanwhile, she's finally in town. That's the real gag.
But here's my thing. I feel like Candace might not have been able to get inside the house, and she's just like tired of all this. Like, you with that again?
I mean, what does he think? What does she think he is? Because he's like, hey, fucking Molly this weekend, so I'll be back around 10 in the morning. I don't know, but
but if he was lying, because here's my thing. So if he was lying, I felt like he would have made up. When you cheating, you make up an excuse to be gone and not have to come back.
I was like, oh yeah, I was just with some hoe. Oh, okay, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I put my pants up. Cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's true. But I don't know where. Oh yeah, I'm at the basketball game with the boys right now. I can come back right now. Like, you don't know where she thought he was. To just, cause if she really knew he was out there with some hoes, like, I know you fucking a hoe right now, but I really need it. My key. Like, it would have been, oh, I just called my line sister. It's fine. Enjoy your hoe. Like, if I had an open,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
relationship and I was locked out the house, I knew he was with some hoe. I'd be like, dang. All right, I'll call somebody else. Don't worry about it.
You call your side nigga.
Right, because he got a key.
Right. Hey, Derek, I'm locked out. Dro, he messing with some hoe. Can I come kick it with you?
And then we can hunch later. It's fine. Yeah, you want to hunch? It's up to you. Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Okay. But that's why I said I feel like he may be telling the truth and she knows he's with Molly and she's like, oh, okay, y'all just doing too much. Come home. Cause they got a hotel. Did she pay for this, or do they do their account separately where he can finance his wholeness?
I don't know. Maybe when she brought the toys,
you can't spend household money on your host. You wildin'.
But you can't spend your own household money on somebody else's husband. So everybody just messed up. But Molly was like hurt, like that he was leaving to go be with his whole wife. Like, yes, this is what you signed up for. He's married.
Just a reminder that
she comes first.
No matter what, you could, like, if you get pregnant with his child, you're in the middle of childbirth. If his wife says, I need some milk at the house, he's obligated to go grab that milk and bring it to her.
Yeah, matrimony. That's vows. I mean, he ain't really following all of them, but, the rest of them he with.
Maybe he didn't promise to be faithful.
I mean, you getting bathed, but she's the tub. She's the water. She's the washcloth. You just in it,
Molly has still not talked to her mom.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. She still doesn't talk to her parents. And I don't play those kind of games. Like, losing a parent, I know the importance. Like, It could be something like your dad's in kidney failure. He's going to the hospital. Like, you don't know what it is. So, answer the phone. You can't be that mad. And then it's her mom, too. Like, I understand more if she wasn't answering the phone for her dad, but she wasn't answering for her mom.
Yeah.
So, like, she at least got an explanation or talked about it. But it's been, I guess, like a week or so.
Yeah.
And you ain't talk to your mama. We don't play them games. Life is too short to not be contacting your parents. And it's just petty and childish. You're 30.
That was a good point about, just life being too short. It's just like.
That's immediately what I thought of.
You're out here making decisions to sleep with a married man after your whole idea of love and marriage has been crumbled, but you're not going to bother to get the full story.
Right. You just ruined a marriage, but you mad at your parents' marriage that wasn't ruined.
Yeah. That
and
they
you're not going to
endured.
answer the phone.
Yeah. So, do we still think Joe's lying?
He's light-skinned, so I don't know.
At
this point, I don't really know. I don't know.
Like I said, for the point that, like, Candace knew she could reach him and he would come and let her in, I feel that he's not lying.
I guess. I mean,
why does he have all this time for
What
Molly?
does he do for a living?
That's another question.
He may just be light-skinned, like a professional light-skinned, like train other light-skins to be as light-skinned as possible.
I'm just on Insecure.
Oh, yeah, I'm light-skinned, then I go get a haircut at 2, then I gotta go be light-skinned somewhere else at 5.
I'm gonna meet other hoes.
Like, my day is pretty. And then I got my whole, got to go eat some fries with Molly at 9. But yeah, he has a lot of time. Like, when is he with his actual wife?
Yeah.
Because he's been with her 2 separate, like, nights. So
Weekend.
I'm confused.
Do they still have sex? Because that's a lot of them. Like, he has to be in good shape.
What you mean?
To be sexually satisfying 2 different women?
Well, clearly his sex isn't really, like, athletic.
What? Because of the...
It's all slow and sensual. He ain't really just Lawrence season finale.
Oh, okay.
He's more of a sensual. He saves a lot of,
But that's... You got to be in good shape because you got to have blood flow through to the tool.
Plenty out of shape niggas hunch everything.
You can't be out here giving Molly, like, multiple orgasms and your wife is unsatisfied. You wilding at that point.
I don't think his wife's unsatisfied. She might just be bored. Like, I don't think that means, hey, you
think
suck,
she's just like a crazy freak and he couldn't even handle it?
They probably was both nasty. That's probably how they connected in the first place. They're like, hey, we both hoes, right? So we might want to just go, like, be open. Who knows? We are not these people, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that difficult to get. Like, if it's good, it's good. Like, who was I talking to? I was having a discussion, I think, about, like, BDR, and somebody was like, they don't know how to have bad sex. Like, you know how people be like,
BDR, can you define that for our listeners?
A bad dick report.
Oh.
And they were saying, did you not know what that meant?
No. Never receive them.
Sure. But they were just saying like they hunch everybody the same. Oh, you know what? I was listening to Dave East on Lip Service, and he was saying he hunches everybody the same. So it's like if you a stranger, if you his wife, whatever, he hunch everybody the same. Like good. Like you just gonna be in love. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So everybody gets that same amount of energy into the sex. He don't know how to give a poor performance. Like, oh, I don't really know you like that, so I ain't gonna go all in. But I think no, he gives it his all every time.
Because my only thing with that is that some women, their bodies are different, and it takes different things to get them to the point of climax.
Oh yeah.
So like,
mean, you can't do the titty lip lick on everybody.
Yeah, we talked about this. Like sometimes, like maybe this position gets her, but it won't get this woman. So like,
I mean, positions, that's different. But like performance,
But I feel like positions go like
positions
let's be honest. We're creatures of habit. So like you gonna go into a certain like if I'm giving everybody the same energy is coming at the same routine. Like,
well, yes and no, because stroke is stroke. Dick is dick. I hate to be graphic like that, but it's like if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. Like if you got good dick, it's gonna be good in missionary. It's gonna be good in doggy style. It's gonna be good from the side. It's gonna be good in cowgirl. It's gonna be good.
So my only critique of that is because a lot of people they say like you can't be out like if you like for people who wait to marriage to have sex, they be like, what if he bad at sex or what if somebody you can improve. Mm-hmm. If like especially if like you're with one person and you can learn what they respond to, you can improve at your stroke. I feel like I'm not, like
especially if y'all both virgins and still waited, y'all ain't gonna know no better no way. So that might be that was good. Meanwhile, you getting 10th grade dick, like you don't know.
You just it's a learning curve.
It might be like put it down. No, you didn't, sis. So you just how did we even get here? How do I end up talking about dick every episode?
Nasty.
It was still like a little glimmer of like, dang, is Mel a virgin? Like in the podcast, and now I was like, oh yeah, she out here bad.
Is Molly built to be this weekend woman?
Clearly,
because that's what she the weekend. His wife is the 9 to 5.
Yeah,
she the weekend.
Yeah, she's the weekend.
Her man. Have they played that yet?
They already played SZA, but it's probably gonna be her next
But they played a different song. I thought they played Love Galore.
They did play Love Galore, but they played another SZA song, but it wasn't that one. It was I forgot the name of it.
That should be in there.
But Molly used to get played anyway, so it's like
she at least know.
At least this time it's like, hey, you're getting played.
Okay.
But let's continue.
So to the meat and potatoes of this, we're gonna talk about. I just titled this oral sex.
Okay,
because it's a running theme from like one scene to another. So
Tiffany, this was Tiffany's event, apparently. That's what she said in the car when they was getting the burger.
Yeah, I guess but it was more so like she I don't know what she does for a living, if she promotes it or like she's
I don't know.
Event organizer.
She's in the same venue or what, but whatever. It's a Sexplosion, which is a sex expo.
Is it real?
They have plenty of sex expos. I don't know if this particular one was real.
I just asked because Kiss and Grind was real, so I thought maybe this one was.
I was reading one of the showrunners' tweets. Like, our set designer did a great job at creating the Sexplosion, so I don't think it was.
Okay.
So yeah, they get in there and they have like a condom display, and Issa was like, that condom scene became more ironic than we intended, which is funny.
Because everybody been at them about condoms.
But it was funny because the condoms that they were, the flavor condoms, and then when I saw, I was like, oh, these health sensitive condoms that be like, those are the ones that be in the health sensitive flavor ones. Like, who finna use that? And they said the Jackson like, I'm about to use condoms, like, because
for those who might not, who are pure, unlike us apparently, you wouldn't penetrate a woman with a flavored condom.
Right, that's not meant.
That would mess up her pH.
And then why would you can't taste it in your coochie.
Maybe what girl thought. Cause she was. But anyway, so yeah. So
unless
these
you put it in, then like give her cunnilingus so you want to taste it. I don't know.
This is specifically for oral sex.
Right.
And they were like, girl, don't nobody use no condom during oral sex. That's like eating a popsicle with the wrapper on. And then the woman kind of looked at them like, y'all just spreading STDs.
This is my job.
Right.
So that was funny because it was true. And then they just got on the topic. And then they said they had blowjob demonstration. Someone was going to do every 30 minutes.
I thought it was a class. It was like a technique class.
Yeah, a blowjob class at the thing. And they started talking about giving head.
Yep.
And yeah, and here's my observation. So they started talking about giving, blowjobs. Tiffany was like, basically, she's super head. And the rest of them was like, oh, I don't suck dick. I don't do it. Kelly said she hasn't sucked dick since like 11th grade when somebody had musty balls. And Issa was like, I don't really do that, whatever. And
I got a lot of teeth.
Yeah, she got. She said she got a lot of teeth, which she does. Can you imagine?
Oh my god.
And then, what did Molly say?
Molly says she will not lead with it. She will return the favor.
Okay. She said that.
So she was the most progressive,
right? Other
of
than
the
Tiffany.
three. Yeah.
But my observation was, look who has a man, look who don't. So I don't know. I really like Tiffany like that, her character at least. But
that's why they was able to reconcile.
Maybe. But another thing, once you get in a steady relationship with someone who deserves all the nastiness, your freak flag just flies, you know? Because, like, you can be reserved, like, dang, I like Gerard and I really want to, like, put his balls in my forehead, but he don't deserve it because I know he's talking to Quantaria anyway. Like, you don't really get to, it was like, dang, he really loved me, he appreciated it. Put him on my forehead, babe. Like, it's just, like, you just, because she's in a committed relationship, so I'm sure she was out the gate, like, nasty like that, but it just, like, eventually came.
But I feel, Mama, don't listen to this episode.
It's too late. She done heard it.
Right, she made it this far. But I feel like a blowjob is basic sex.
Yeah.
You know, like, I guess you don't have to give it. It don't have to be fire.
You got to be like Tiana Trump on it.
Yeah, but to not even, like, so what are you? So you're going from hand job to sex?
I just feel like the feng shui of it is gonna be kind of off.
Yeah.
Well, not every time you have sex, oral sex doesn't have to be involved. Because sometimes you just be there. I'm ready. You ready? The oven's preheated. Put the cookies in. You know what I'm saying? But
at the same time, we don't hold like this. And I think some of their comments are like
casual sex.
Yeah,
related.
like if I'm with my partner, like who I'm committed to, and they're committed to me, I'm, you know, it's like I cooked dinner, but I didn't have no sides.
What?
I didn't give
Pick
him
another analogy.
I didn't give him a full
Give
meal.
another one, because
I didn't give him a full
Who
meal.
finna cook? Hey, I just got some chicken and chicken. And chicken. No.
That's dick.
You gotta think of something else. Like, I don't know.
I'm saying, I'd stand by my analogy.
I don't like it. Anyway, but yeah, I get it. Because when you think like that goes back to my point, like with people who deserve it, like you can't really just be out here sucking everybody's dick or, God, just so many times I just said dick today.
Sucking dick specifically.
Like suck and dick, and okay, but you can't just give everybody head, and that is very true. STDs are real and all of that, but like to be, so I get why they would be, but like once I got on Twitter, bitch was like really like, girl, I don't suck dick either. I'm just like, oh, this is a thing.
I think
so. Y'all really out here just not.
I think it's because we grew up on late 90s, early 2000 comedy, and that was a big thing. It's 1998. Y'all ain't sucking dick yet.
I don't know. It was like the rise. Like it was like. I mean, I don't. But these are people our age. Like, girl, Me Too. It's a movement. I'm like, a movement. This is. I stopped being single for a year, and this is what I come back to. Like,
this was out in the street.
Whoa. Not at all. Okay. I don't know. I just.
So, do you feel the majority of black women don't give head or don't enjoy giving head? Because those are two very different things.
I don't know. This is news to me. So I'm still trying to digest it all. I didn't know this was a thing because no one told me. And again, it just counts on being single and the people who you deal with, because these are the same I ain't sucking dick people are the same men are trash people. So you gotta think of that. So it's like, I ain't sucking no trash dick. So I get it. But just to have a whole movement,
And talking to my male counterparts who,
dicks are getting sucked, so somebody's sucking dick.
But here's there's a difference. There's a difference. Are dicks being sucked well, or are they just being sucked? Because a lot of girls out here in these relationships, they doing the Chris Rock. Is it hard yet? Like Tiffany over here, like, oh, I love it. Like, it's empowering. That's a whole different mindset. Mm-hmm. It's not just I'm gonna do this because I feel obligated or this is a part of the sex thing. It's I enjoy it. I get pleasure just by doing this. Mm-hmm. Because like a woman who like doesn't enjoy doing it, she's just gonna kind of get you there, but of course she wouldn't let you come because it's like, well, I didn't get no pleasure yet. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a difference. There are black women, I'm sure, out there that do enjoy giving head and receive some type of power or pleasure from it. But these women, they have not elevated. They almost sound like it was degrading in some way.
Yeah, they did, and I guess it's what you make it and who you're doing it with. Cause some dudes do be disrespectful. I was it's this Facebook status that's gone viral, which is hilarious. He was like, he put his toothbrush too far and gagged. He's like, ladies, I'm so sorry that what you have to go through. But that's real. They be like, yeah.
Niggas watch too much porn, dog.
Nigga, I can't. I have not out of Trump. I have a whole gag reflex. I can't be doing all that. So, yeah. I mean that crazy. Yeah, bitch, suck this dick. Whoa. I'm a woman. I'm a lady.
Me and my mans in high school, we used to talk like, bro, like sucking dick is low key. If you stand up, getting your dick sucked, that's high key, like a little like demeaning.
Like when you feeling, never mind.
Cause like you stand up like, yeah, good job. Like what?
Yeah.
All right.
For a while, I never like. Wow, Jesus, I don't even. Why Issa? Why? We gotta talk about it. We grown.
So Issa and Daniel, I'm off. Issa and Daniel finally connect to hook up. Issa clearly wants to put what she learned in her dick sucking class to use, and I think there was some motivation behind it. Her hotation ain't acting right.
She got to get him in check.
And she said earlier, like, she knows sex with her ain't amazing, but it's like, I'll do that again. So if you
warm and wet,
if you throw some fire head in there, I may respond to your text a little earlier. You know, so I think that was part of her motivation. And when she's on, when
she
Dan
starts to give him hair,
yeah,
and then it cuts to Molly getting bathed,
yeah,
and when it cut, I was like, Issa teethy ass gonna bite this nigga. I was like, I just knew he was gonna get bit, and it's gonna be bad. He's gonna kick in the forehead, and it was just gonna be all bad.
That was good.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, she gonna bite this nigga, and then it comes back. I'm like, okay, no one's bitten.
He's gonna be circumcised again.
Oh man, ooh, ouch. So yeah, she was going to work. You know, Issa Superhead, Corinne, Issa Stephens, going to work, and he's like, I'm about to come. Hello, I'm about to come. Like, red flags. Like, I'm about to come. I don't know if she like wasn't used to this.
I'm gonna pick it apart.
And
this man.
So he proceeds to ejaculate. Projectile, like if somebody had like one of them little speed things like in baseball, it probably would be like 90 miles an hour. And she comes up like the way. Okay, so say this is. And she comes up like this, literally like
staring at it
exactly in a 45-degree angle from the dick, and then it. I was like, no! I legit was like, ah! I screamed.
Dog, you know how many times I watched that scene? Because it was just so funny, like, da, 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 da.
And it went straight for her eye. And here's my thing. I've never gotten a facial. I've never, experienced that kind of exfoliant on my face. But I know that's not no first head thing. You don't dive right into that. Like the first time you get somebody head, you don't nut in somebody's face. Like and I know he was coming and he couldn't, he had control. But you can got it. You can aim it where you want it to go. I don't know if he was just that nut weak. If she just learned these tips and never practiced on an actual penis, she could have been that fire that you just couldn't control yourself and where your nut went.
Well, a few things. All right, a few things. So one, the amount of nut Daniel hit her with was disrespectful.
It was a lot.
That man clearly, like the reason he hit her up was clearly because he hadn't had any sexual activity in a while.
It could have been that long. They were just hunching last week. But go ahead.
And then I think Daniel purposely treated her like a hoe. Wow. Oh, we out here seeing other people, we hoeing? I'm going to treat you like a hoe.
Like a whore.
Like, because here's what happened, right? So he said, I'm coming. Everybody's like, he gave her a warning.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch it, between the time he says it and when he nuts, very short. Very short. She could have gotten out the way, but like very short
A real bitch would have got out the way. But we know he's not.
But here's the other thing. Okay. Here's the other thing that got him fucked up. And if you listen to their dialogue afterwards, you kind of hear it more. Daniel was holding the back of her head. She couldn't get out the way. He wasn't going to let her.
Back, yeah.
And so she was like, and if you, like I said, if you listen to their conversation afterwards, he was like, "Oh shit, you need like." He was like, "Oh shit, you need a towel." She was like, "How could you? Like, I can't believe." He was like, "What? I thought you were like into it. Like, you seemed like
you was nasty."
Yeah, like you was down for whatever. Like not a yo. I'm sorry, that was an accident. It was more so like
he did it on purpose.
Yeah, I'm thinking like this shit you into now because you out here trying to be fucking with no feelings. Daniel,
bet you ain't got no feelings in that eye,
right?
Bitch. And then she's like, "I ain't asked you to do that." He's like, "I ain't asked you to suck my dick." And it's just like, as a woman, hearing you suck my dick in any kind of sentence is just like, ugh. it just hurts. Like, I know I didn't want to give head for a very long time because I didn't want anybody to be able to say, Melanie Mitchell sucked my dick. And to me, to their friends, in front of a crowd and a podium, I didn't want anybody to ever be able to say that. And just to hear somebody like, you sucked my dick, though. So even if you did, so what?
Yeah.
Even if they ate you out, like, it just, I don't know why. And it goes back to that demeaning feelings, like, yeah.
Cause
you couldn't talk because my dick was in your mouth. Like,
and any man that has his girls ever stepped out on him, he's gonna be like, you suck that nigga's dick. Because at that point, you are pleasing the nigga without getting any pleasure in return. And that is it. Like Molly said it earlier. Yo, sucking dick is real intimate. And as a man, you cheated on me and you sucked that nigga's dick. You hurt.
Can somebody count how many times you said suck and dick together in this episode, please? But yeah, I mean, what if it was 69?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I just think people hold head to a different standard. Because some people are like, oh, I won't have sex with you, but I'll give you head. Some people think like that.
Yeah.
Some people like, I'll have sex with you, but I won't give you head. So people's sexual values differ. And
that's one thing. Like, if you look at the timeline, you can see how differently men and women just think of sex. Like, men, like, we were like, yo, that's nut. Like, why y'all tripping like that? Like, I personally, before I realized the disrespectful aspect of it, I was like, yo, Issa's really tripping about a bodily fluid that she caused to come out hitting her.
Let somebody nut in your face, see how you feel about it.
See, look.
Oh,
now I'm not gonna let no man.
No, that was a bodily fluid.
I'm not gonna. But if you've ever given a woman oral, you have juices and shit just all over. Ooh, Jesus.
Oh, tell us more.
You have juices and stuff all over. You don't see no man. Oh my God! Can you stop?
But I mean, that's at least okay. If you're giving a woman head, it's what when you get there, you literally see the fluid that you're putting your mouth into from the jump. It's wet the entire time. Make it a little wetter, more fluid as time progresses. But if you're sucking a penis, it's dry other than your saliva for the first. A little pre-cum, maybe a little bit. But oh God, this is a lot. Right. But sorry. So otherwise, very wholesome show. And then the most of the fluid comes from the ejaculate, and that is a surprising ejaculate. Because at least with a vagina, it's like a graduate, like as it goes. It's like a little bit drip drop here, a little drip drop there, maybe a little drip drip drop. But spit. No, that's how kind of the fluid goes for dick.
I just felt like I said before, I realized the disrespectful part of it.
And then some men won't even nut in their girl's face. Like, I'll ask them, like, so y'all ever like, oh yeah, I never thought about nutting in my girl's face. Like, they won't do it.
You couldn't look at your girl the same.
So you wouldn't do that to your girl?
I would not. No, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah, but I won't do it.
Go clean yourself up.
I mean, I won't do it to me either. So it's like,
because the thing is like after you nut, like there's some like mental clarity,
post nut clarity,
and you're just like, I love her. Why would I disrespect her like this?
Yeah, I wonder why it seems that like, yeah, let me disrespect this nigga by sitting on his face. We don't think like that. We just trying to, Well, sometimes I don't know, but we don't get that power though. We don't be like, oh, you wasn't saying that when I was sitting in your face, nigga. Like, that ain't like, you say that in front of the frat house, ain't nobody gonna care.
Because he a real nigga for doing it.
It's like, oh, you shit, she's like, but if you like, oh, you ain't said it when my dick was in your mouth. Oh my God, Tisha, come on, let's go. He about to do. Like, it's not the same. That's that double standard. They don't hold enough power. Like,
what is it? Is it because they go? I don't even know.
Like you chose my dick over oxygen, so I own you. You couldn't even breathe.
Do you think this is the end of Issa and Daniel?
Well, I wore the camouflage again to commemorate Daniel and Issa. I was shipping it hard last episode. I was like, yes, it's happening. And then
he disrespected the message.
So, as we go on,
so this,
remember.
She can't bounce back from a little nut.
In her eye, though.
No, so funny thing is, in high school, a friend of mine that happened to his young lady, her eye was red for an entire week. Cause like some sperm like gets in there and it messes. It was swollen.
That's so disgusting. That's never happened to me. And I'm so glad it has not. I've never had.
So that is a real thing.
Never had
that
any.
That is a like Issa really about to be walking around like.
The fact that she had the iPad and got in a freaking Uber pool.
It's a carpool.
It made it so much worse. It made it so much worse. I was like, somebody
said, this is y'all leader, loser. But you just gotta think, she came over there for some dick, sucked this man's penis, and just left with a swollen eye and had to pay for her own Uber pool.
I mean, it was probably only $3 because it was the pool. But you know how this could have all been avoided? This could have all been avoided if she would have swallowed like a real bitch.
Wow.
But Issa ain't a real bitch. I don't know about Issa Rae Diop. Or Jope. How you say it? Is it Jope? Diop. Well, anyway, I don't know about the real Issa. But Issa D,
she's not real.
She ain't a real bitch. I mean, clearly, she proves it more and more each episode that she ain't a real bitch. But if you would have just swallowed, it wouldn't have been your eye. You could have went home with pride in that Uber pool. Like, yeah.
He would have drove her home.
He was like, you need a ride? I know your car messed up.
You want to go grab something to eat?
It was a Waffle House. What you want?
So, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. Did I have any other things?
But, though. But why did she come up, though? I don't know why she came up. She could have just stayed and just... Because if you're going to go all in, go in. I'm sure they probably taught her different swallowing methods in the class. I don't know.
Man. Sex is such a... We joke, and, like, we've been joking this whole time. But, like, sex is really... Because, like, we were talking about, like, people's values and you know, like, some people... like you said, I'll suck your dick, but I won't fuck you. It's like, and Tiffany was like, you know, like you would it's too intimate to put a man's penis in your mouth, but he can enter you and possibly get you pregnant,
right?
You know, so it's just like one of those things. We as a, you know, like, we laugh about this and we're talking about the facial and all that, but I think, you know, really what this scene like was done for is like, we got to start a discussion about how we view sex, because we calling people hoes, and you know, they not hold, like, everybody's sexual values are different.
And then I feel like what's annoyed me this week is people have been crucifying Yvonne Orji for being a virgin, which is one cold tea, because she said that like the first season. Yeah. Everybody just not finding out. I don't know who wrote about it. Everybody found out. It's like, how dare she be a virgin because of her religion? Like, niggas do that all the time. Like, I don't know why.
But when those same people who like are crucifying her say, you know, I just felt like I need to take some time for myself and not sleep with anybody. You know, now it's not religious. It's just, you know, cleansing.
It was like, I could understand if it was for her, but because it's for her religion, yeah, we like Jesus. We read the Bible, we follow it sometimes, you know, so selectively. And that's fine. Like, if she, like, y'all gonna make her hunch? Like, I don't understand. Fuck him now. Like, consensually though,
Here's
but do
a
it.
Dick.
Like, it annoyed me because people like, and this bitch, Yvonne, and then somebody from like, oh yeah, I went to school with her and she's always talking about being a virgin. Let her have her hymen. Like,
and then, but on the other hand, Christians are saying, like, how can you be this virgin and take a job where you engage in sex scenes?
A check is a check.
I don't think it's that simple as that. I think the character Molly is so much more than the few sex scenes she does have.
And she's telling a story that's bigger than her. So
that's what if
I gotta fake stroke some light skinned nigga sideways,
you know, if this
get a point across.
Yeah, I think the story that is being told
for some 20-somethings to earn some value in themselves and not be like Molly, then I'll do it.
And if it gives me a platform where I can then tell them, hey, you know, one way I'm not like Molly is I just choose not to have sex. I don't think there's I don't think that's wrong. That's just me.
And she wasn't like, y'all some hoes if y'all having sex. No, she was just like, I don't. She grown as hell.
33.
Like, I don't understand what the problem is. That's her coochie. But yeah, I think the scene with Daniel was hilarious.
Yeah, I wanted to mention something. So say Issa and Lawrence get back together. Mm-hmm. Here come Issa with this firehead that Lawrence never had.
Who's sucking the nigga Daniel dick?
Dog, you know how effed up he's gonna be? Like, he's gonna be sitting on the edge of the bed.
He's so insecure now.
He's gonna be sitting on the edge of the bed like, you was giving him that head like all the time? All the time. Because I ain't never get it.
Because when I left, you wasn't. Okay, so here's my tweet that I said. So when she said she doesn't give head, I was like, so all the years you was with Daniel, I mean, like, ooh, Lord, not Daniel. With Lawrence, you was giving him head. So that's why he wasn't motivated. And then I like apologized and said, I'm sorry, JRLs, for the things that I've said. And I had like a nice little Patty LaBelle chip. And he had liked it or whatever, and it was funny. And then when Issa replied to me today, she said, nuh-uh. What did she say? I gave him
head before his interview.
Before his interview, and he got the job or something like that.
Because what she said at the sex explosion was, she really got to be into you to give you head. That was a 4-year relationship.
So she was into him.
But at the same time, like that goes back to my point about she probably was giving him head, but giving him that Chris Rock, is it hard yet?
2 legs in a circle. Yeah. Right.
Opposed to this fire thing that Daniel just got.
It's Issa's pre-interview head got him that job last season. So here's my thing. Has she been sucking that dick? He could have been got a job. That's all that would have, you know. Has she sucked his dick in 2013, 2014, whenever he was unemployed?
We'd all be on woot woot.
I would have been whoop whoop. Oh, whoop whoop's going off. Whoop whoop going off right now. Oh, whoop whoop blowing up. Whoop whoop going ham. Whoop whoop like.
But she want to be selfish.
All you had to do was suck his dick. That literally, it would have been no show. If Issa would have been sucked his dick,
we're secure.
we wouldn't even need no insecure. It would be no show. Molly would have got her shit together too. Somehow it just would have, like, the whole feng shui of the earth. It would have changed the whole trajectory, like on some Back to the Future shit. I wish I could go back in time to like 2015. Hey Issa, suck his dick. Who is that? It's your conscience, Issa. Just do it. You want to get off the couch? Pull them sweatpants down, girl.
Well, nah, his boss was a little.
Get a wash rag.
You know.
And then slide him a MacBook with a resume. Tweak it, baby.
You know, one thing women on the timeline was like, he didn't deserve no head. He was a bum.
Bum niggas get head every day.
Y'all give less niggas. Y'all give niggas.
He at least had a degree from Georgetown. And a Jaguar.
But, you know, it's like that. You know, these are people, like, relationships aren't like that. You can't just do stuff because you feel like it at that time. Relationships require you to do stuff because it needs to be done.
Thanks for the light bill.
Yeah, hey, you cleaned up today. Thank you. You know, I'll clean up every day, you know.
Did you get a haircut for the first time in 3 months?
Thank you. Oh, I got to work out more.
Wow, you got up before 3:00 p.m. today. Like, that's all it took, you know?
There was
all you had to do, Issa, is put his penis in your mouth. Years ago, you wouldn't have to complain. It wouldn't have been no Tasha, no bank teller. He wouldn't have had to file unemployment and meet Tasha if you would have sucked his dick 2 years ago. That was the solution. It wouldn't be no show. We wouldn't even be here. Saved us a bunch of time and just nerves. Then you wouldn't have to fuck Daniel. You wouldn't have to lose your man. And you wouldn't have to have this rotation.
And your eye wouldn't have been swollen.
And your eye, all of this eye could have been avoided if you would have just sucked the right dick 3 years ago.
Yo, last point. Then, all right, so last point, then we'll make predictions. What was Issa wearing in that last scene? Why was like one side of her shirt dumb long, and then like one other side was cropped?
But I watched a little snippet they had with the stylist, and they were like, Issa never really, she's so awkward, she never really wears the right thing for the right occasion. Which makes sense. Like, what the fuck does Issa have on? We ask this every episode. Like, what is this? What is this outfit? What is this contraption? Because Issa don't know. No better.
Predictions.
We said dick enough. I'm tired of talking about dick. Y'all probably gonna start sending me dicks for real.
I think I gotta mark this explicit.
I was going to say that. It may need to be explicit because we said dick at least 47 times. I'm excited. Explicit. Tag dick in the description.
No. Okay.
You might be surprised. Nigga, we got 4,000
DJ Dick.
Okay, predictions. We already knew the dinner was going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to bring Tasha, though. But he's bringing the white bitch from work. But, okay.
Which is even more of a diss.
Because that's what everybody looked like.
I'm done with y'all.
You brought a white bitch to the dinner? I would be crushed.
I wonder how is she gonna clean up well? Because we seen her.
She's a cute girl.
She's a cute girl, but like being able to dress, she thick.
I wasn't looking, so.
But I'm saying like, because normally we just seen her in some jeans on some like techie, you know, stuff.
If my ex nigga brought a white bitch to the dinner party,
she thick too.
The level of sick that I would be.
Would you be as sick as the man you sleeping with, wife coming?
But you knew that, and not only that, you know her. Because most of the time, you sleep with somebody's husband, you don't know the wife, F her. But you know Candy.
They sayings.
They sayings. Y'all took a Greek unity picture at AGP in 2009, and you gonna sleep with her husband? Hey, Candy, take club.
Just like okay.
What you trying to say?
Huh? So your predictions?
Don't project your hurt into the podcast. What you trying to say?
Predictions.
Okay, predictions. Okay, like I said, the dinner gonna be a shit show. I don't think Candace is gonna be like mad. It's gonna be awkward. But I don't think she's gonna be mad. She's like, he did the side stroke too. Yeah, I love that side stroke. Ooh, every time.
I taught him that.
Like, and then Issa's gonna be a mess. We just know that. Kelly's gonna say some funny shit. I know that.
I was gonna say my prediction is that yeah, that's it. Cause I was trying. I at one point I had a prediction that was past next week's show. I was hoping that maybe
You have 2 episodes left.
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe Lawrence and Issa talk, but I don't.
Not with white bitch there, so it's less than likely. But yeah, I think we gave y'all enough of our personal endeavors this episode.
It was all fiction. But
I'm grown, so
yeah, check out Bouch Bommentary. We got 2 more episodes left, and then we'll be back next season.
all right, you guys. So bye.
Bye.
Next time on the Bouch.